Oh, that was rough. Okay, no one watched that. That totally was not recorded. It will definitely be edited out of the VOD. Horrible Magic player. How does he win matches? I like Trophy's a good card. I don't really know where it fits in anything, actually. I think its most likely place to fit is only black green mid range and modern. The Rock, maybe? I think that's about it. I don't think there are other places where that card is good. Well, you didn't miss anything. Nothing happened, dude. We played a perfect, clean match of Magic. And we won because we were great at Magic. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. That doesn't sound good. One, you're playing 4 Deathrite, which is not a good card in Vintage. 2, you're playing 4 Wasteland, which actually is a good card in Vintage. But it doesn't really help you cast your trophies. This deck doesn't sound good. I'm fairly surprised on how bad Assassin's Trophy is. I wasn't high on it, but I thought it would be a reasonable game changer in most formats, and it doesn't seem like it is. Maybe Legacy, but I haven't been following Legacy, so I'm not sure. The problem is you have to play black-green to play it, which means you're already putting yourself at a disadvantage in most formats. Sorry, black-green players. Including myself. Wait, Justin, this deck is black and green in it. What are you saying? You're saying you can't play black-green? No, this deck is blue! That's the key here. It might have black-green mana cost in all of its cards, but trust me, the deck is blue. Oh, it's cut off for the fam, huh? So I'm really not sure on what I'm supposed to do. This island is really bad for the purpose of casting Abrupt Decays and Leovolds. But the thing is, I don't actually think you're supposed to bring in Abrupt Decay versus... I'm not sure if you're supposed to bring it in versus shops. I have been bringing it in versus shops, and I'm not sure if it's right. It could be wrong. I don't know. Obviously, the islands make casting Abrupt Decay hard, but the thing is, the islands also pay for Sphere, so it's all kind of moot. So it could be fine. I don't know. I honestly just don't know if Leovold's actually good. Ooh, we hit a match? This is great. That was only like a 5-minute queue. Boom! Round 3 versus our arch nemesis, Aaron with Standstill. We want to die roll again. Hand's not good. It's not good. But is it a mulligan? This ponder has to be really good for this hand to be good. Against Standstill, like, these cards are not great. I think I'm gonna mulligan for a more aggressive hand. I think it's close. God, this hand's bad too. Alright, I guess we're gonna go to 5. This hand's actually bad. Like, this hand's not keepable. The other hand I think was keepable. This hand's not. This hand's not keepable. I guess if we hit a land drop, this hand's fine. That's unfortunate. It happens sometimes. You throw away a keepable 7 that probably wasn't gonna win you the game, and you get unkeepable 6 5s and kind of 4s. A land is fine though. This is not how I wanted it to go, fam. Didn't want the streak to end. I need... Oh, that card's really good against us. I need more trophies. How am I going to assert my dominance without some trophies? We can't fall behind the leaderboard too much here. So we hit He kept an interesting one. He must have a bunch of counter spells. He's gonna stand up Fairy Conclave? The cojones on this man. What happens when I rip my land? I mean, now look at my 7-card hand. This is a great 7-card hand. Ugh. Face the Mind Sculptor. I cast Force of Will. How do you respond? That's what I figured. Alright, man. Blue source. Yes. Yes. This is no way in shape, no way ever resolving, but we're gonna go in. Yikes. I can only conclude that that was bad for us. Ah, man. Second Jace the Mind Sculptor? Unreal, it resolves this time. Oh, didn't even plus right away. Monster. We get to keep our blue source. That's nice. Alright. As long as we don't get spell snared, I guess. Alright, okay, okay. We're back in it. And not really, but we're not 100% to die now. Jace can always draw him nothing. 3 Tundras every time. So, oh no. Alright, incoming. Wow, doesn't even think he's supposed to wasteland me here, huh? That's interesting to me. I feel like a wasteland was really good against me in both turns, but I guess he wants to clock out this library. It's likely he has a mana drain, so our Sylvan Library is looking for Paradoxical Outcome and another blue card. Time Vault's really bad, as is Fetch Land. He's a 7-card hand with Jace. How do I get through this? I don't think I want either of these cards. So we don't get to draw 3 this turn, which is like really frustrating. I mean, we could have drawn 3, but I don't think it was good. He's currently sitting with 11 cards in hand, so I feel quite confident, basically. I am seriously surprised he didn't use his wasteland, but I guess it's hard for me to play a sweet mana drain target. He pitched a Hurkyl's Recall, huh? Alright, 3 new fresh ones. Why does it keep giving me this card? So take 8. I don't really want to take 8. Take 4. Take 4, play out a Mox. Play Dig Through Time. Top. Oh, I didn't want to top that. Can I undo? Undo. Sick. Top. And play a fetch land. Play a Moxen. Pass the turn. The problem with the fetch is it costs us a card. But we really don't have very many choices left. Does he have a dig? Oh, he has a Snapcaster. Yeah, that's fine. That doesn't change the clock at all. I mean, it changes the clock, but it doesn't really like I have one turn basically is what I was trying to say. So, I mean, we're dead. Like his hand is probably multiple mana drains, Fluster Storms, and Force of Wills, but we'll do our best to try to fight through it, and then we'll die trying. Yikes! Library, sure. Did not attack with the Fairy Conclave this time. We're gonna try to not activate this fetch land because we would like to. Well, if we clack the fetch land, we get to play around Flusterstorm, which I actually think is probably worthwhile. This will speed up the clock by one turn. He can definitely kill us next turn, but that was kind of how it was happening anyways, so I think it's fine. This plays around Flusterstorm, which is kind of nice. He gets to draw with his library, but so this is gonna get mana drained. But we were already dying next turn, so really it's just counterspell. We get to look for our paradoxical here. I guess Ponder Shuffle. Alright, it's got a misstep. We die. So, we lost that in mulliganing, but there's nothing we could really do about it besides keeping a 7 that I didn't think was good, which is not really something I want to be doing. I think Leo's probably good here. I like Fluster here. I definitely want Abrupt Decays here. I don't actually think Trap is very good versus them. I do want an island, but I don't really want... I don't really want to have an extra land, but we are cutting, I usually like to cut a couple opals. I already took out Hercules Recall, so I'm going to cut 2 opals here. It's a little counterproductive because I don't actually want another land versus them, but then when there's a standstill out, I do want another land. So it's all a little garbage, but unfortunately this is the only player in the world playing Standstill. I mean, not in the world, but like, he's the Standstill guy. Standstill's not a matchup particularly prepared for. I mean, this hand's kind of gross, right? So, definitely keeping it. The question ends up becoming, how are we going to play around Mindbreak Trap? There's no way which we can play around Mindbreak Trap where we can also play around Misstep. Yeah, oh, he's a very good pilot, for sure. He knows his deck inside and out. I guess what the best thing we can do is we can just play out our mana and then Ancestral on his upkeep. I think that's going to end up being my line here. We'll see if this Mana Vault gets misstepped. This is the best way to play around Mindbreak Trap, so. And we get to keep our Lotus this way. We can actually hard cast a Force off our Mana Vault, which is kind of nuts. We might actually do that, seeing the rest of our cards don't do very much. Don't do very much. So that resolved. We could technically cast Dig Through Time here. But I don't think I'm going to. I think that's a little greedy. Wasteland from Hytalian Academy is a good one. That's pretty brutal. Unfortunately, Hydra's so much worse in this matchup than a Mentor. This is a matchup where you really, really get punished for not having Monastery Mentor in my deck. I would love to slam a Mentor here. Not being able to do so is quite awkward. So we can do one of 2 things. We can crack our Lotus for blue. We can do one of 3 things. We can crack our Lotus for blue. We can crack up for Dig Through Time, or green for Mana Gorger Hydra, or black for Night's Whisper. I kind of like blue. I think blue's a bit better. So he's gonna force pitching Time Walk. We'll force pitching Force. And we'll see what we get here. Unfortunately, we couldn't play around Mind Break Trap if we did that line. A little unfortunate. So interesting. We could take Emerald, Opal, play Emerald, play Mana Gorger Hydra, play Opal, play Night's Whisper, which is kind of sick. Alternatively, we could take Probe. I'm kind of down with this line. I really just super wish we had a Monastery Mentor and not a Mana Gorger Hydra, but this dies to just Swords to Plowshares, and we know he has a bunch of swords in his deck, so that's a really bad draw. Okay, so we are dead-zo to a Stony and a Swords if they're together. This is not the worst spot we've ever been in. We're all pretty weak to, like, Lotus Jace as well. This card is so much worse than Monastery Mentor. It's a really big hindrance to me wanting to play this version. I just don't think it's good. I just want to play... Ugh, he's just going to Swords it too. Swords isn't even good versus us, and we just made it good versus us. Like... Alright, we just need to draw a PO off the top, so... I'm not going to untap this turn. I think this is a really good opportunity for us to rip PO off the top, so... That's so bad. I don't want this card in my deck. Just don't want it there. I don't have to play that C. In fact, I should probably hold the C. Ugh. I guess if he plays a Stony Silence here, we get rewarded, but... He plays a Standstill, and we just die to our Crypt, so... Ah, man, this matchup's so rough. If I don't draw Exceptional against him, it's just really bad. So he doesn't have any more lands left in his hand, so we have some time, but we only have as much time as our mana crypt allows for us to have. And typically for me, that's not very much. So I'm looking to try to draw into Paradoxical Force of Will, and that's pretty much it. We got the Force of Will part, so we need to draw Paradoxical before we get Mana Crypted. Mana Crypted? Or we die to our Mana Crypt. We drew Paradoxical. We're going to wait for a blue card for our Force, though. Almost there. Almost there. Hopefully he just keeps drawing lands like this. That means he's not drawing more counter spells. Blue's card. Not a blue card. We won a lot of flips in a row here. Alright, we do a blue spell. So now we have to figure out if we want to PO now, or during his turn, or during his upkeep, during his end step. I don't really want to give him one more card. So I think we're just going to try to PO now. And we're just going to see how that goes, I think. I'm not super happy about it, but I don't think it's too bad. He has to be able to cast a spell to use his library. It's likely he'll cast a spell, but he can't cast Force of Will. He has to cast a Mana Drain first. I'm going to cast Force Pitching Time Walk because I want to be able to pay for a Flusterstorm. So he does get to draw off library. Yep. I kind of regret tapping Mana Vault. I think I didn't need to tap Mana Vault. And if I needed to pay for something, we could have. So he drew a Force, so he gets the Mana Drain, so he's going to have a ton of mana on our turn. So hopefully we can spin into something really good here. Glad that didn't get Mental Misstepped. So we're really looking for a PO. A Leovold doesn't really do it. But it's certainly better than nothing. I'm pretty okay, I think, with trying to play this Leovold here. I mean, again, going to get ranched by Mindbreak Trap, but just not something I can really play around. It's more than likely that he's just going to, like, snap plow this, but what are we going to do? Oh, he had Mindbreak Trap, too. Alright, so we tried our best, and he had a lot of cards, so matchup's real rough. Real rough. Even though I'm probably lifetime ahead in the matchup versus him, still pretty bad. He's got library, he's got infinite mana. We'll probably give it one draw step for PO. We'll crack and see if we can get a PO. Oh, he has a Standstill. Okay, that's bad. I'll still give it one draw step for PO, and we'll see if it resolves, but at this point, highly unlikely. Alright. Taken down. He's on his way to another 5-0. He's got a lot, I think. Or maybe just the one.